So in the Gospel of John, Jesus says, I am in the Father and the Father is in me. And then at a different point in it earlier, he's like, I and the Father are one. The Father and I are one. And then the natural conclusion that you're going to draw from the Father and I are one, God and I are one, is that I am God and God is me. And then after Christianity evolves, it attaches a dogmatic idea of Jesus literally is the Son of God. Jesus literally is God himself. And there's a thing a little bit later where he's like, the Father is greater than I. It's like, I'm showing you what the Father is. So it's like, if the Father is greater than you, then how are you synonymous with it? How are you the same as it? And that's the problem with words, guys. It's a lot of wordplay. It's a lot of word salad. A lot of stuff is like misinterpreted, misidentified because the mind likes to take these things literally. And it's not, he's just pointing to ideas. He's pointing to these truths that exist outside of words. He's trying to articulate them so people can get it. What does it mean? I am in the Father and the Father is in me. It means that you're merged. It means that you have reached union. It means that you are literally channeling the God energy all the time within you. That's what he means. He's like, look at all these works and stuff that I've done. He's talking to these people. He's like, look at all these works that I've done, man. Which one of these are you condemning me for? Truly, I tell you, I am in the Father and the Father is in me. I and the Father are one. And they're like, you can't say that. You can't say that you're the same as God. That's blasphemy, Darius. And they go and pick up stones to like, in the Gospel of John. And that's the thing with the Gospel of John is that like, that it doesn't align as much, those words and the story, as the other three Gospels, Matthew, Luke, and Mark. It doesn't, he's much more in your face and even borderline arrogant and just doesn't give a fuck and cocky in his attitude in that book. He's like, listen, I'm this, and I don't really give a shit one way or another what you guys think. And he's calling people out and like, hypocrites this and hypocrites that. You guys are all pieces of shit, full of shit, motherfuckers trying to judge me. You have no fucking clue. It's basically the vibe he's giving off. And he's like, I'm going to a place that you guys don't know of. He's seen it. He's glimpsed this place, guys. And then I'll send you the helper. I'll send you the Holy Spirit. He's basically telling the disciples, I'll send you your awakening. It'll make sense sooner or later for you guys. You guys might not get it. You guys don't really know what I mean by I'm going to somewhere that you can't follow. You know, and then also this is part of Jesus's delusion a little bit too, because he's very much about the afterlife. Everything's all about like projecting into this coming of judgment. He's very molded and conditioned by this apocalypticism, this apocalyptic mentality. It's in him. It's the lens that he sees stuff through. So it's like on one end of the spectrum, Jesus's teachings are pointing to these eternal truths that we can apply to our lives. But then there's other parts of it where he's kind of detached and deluded in a way where everything is about this like heaven that exists outside of this current moment. So here's the thing. I am in the Father and the Father is in me. Okay? Basically, I and the Father are one. I'm merged with it. He's like, Philip goes to him, he's like, yo, dude, like, what is this Father? Can you show us this Father? He's like, have you not seen me, that I have not revealed the Father to you? That's what he means by the kingdom of heaven is at hand, guys. That's what he means by that. The kingdom of heaven has decided to come in the flesh and walk around amongst you. The God energy that you are is uncovered in me. I'm Jesus. It's uncovered. The mask has come off. The Holy Spirit, the dove, has come in, and I'm it. And I'm showing you guys how to behave this way. I am in the Father, and the Father is in me. I am merged. He's using different types of wordings for these things all the time, but people don't really know what he means by these things. It's very esoteric and mystical and out there. And then what happens nowadays, or as time passes after he dies, people are trying to analyze what he means by these things on the level of their minds, and they have no clue the greater spiritual truths that he's pointing to. That by saying, I am in the Father and the Father is in me, he's saying the same thing that the Hindus are saying with yoga and the union and the moksha. It's the same thing, but he's just wording it differently because he's basing it on his own conditioning, his own Jewish conditioning, his own the law and the prophets conditioning, so that these other fellow Jews can also understand what he means by it. But he's so fucking out there half the time with the shit that he's saying, they have no frame of reference for what he's referring to. He's bringing in new ideas and new shit. What does it look like when you have truly, I am in the Father and the Father is in me merged? What does that look like? What are you capable of? How do you interpret life? Guys, this place, I've said it before, it's a trippy place. It's a very extreme way of living. That's why he's all about give up all of your shit. He doesn't give a fuck about anything in the physical world. He's so utterly in touch with himself all the time. There's never rest from this truth that you are and see and embody and live your life from. You are fully merged with it all the time. Do you guys get that? It isn't like some thing that you turn on and turn off. And what you're most desperately seeking at your soul level is to be in this state. That is the God-realized state in this moment here all the time. So you guys are like, I'll do some meditation, I'll do some prayer, I'll, have my problems in my life and all this stuff. And then like half the time you're kind of thinking about God, and the other half of the time you don't give a fuck. And it's just your own personal bullshit and baggage, right? No. When you're in this place, you are keenly aware of everything externally and within you. You're merged with it. Your intuition is making it known to you all the time. And so when you see someone that truly taps into that and lives that way, it's like, oh my God, what is that thing that they have? It's so bizarre and extreme and rare on this earth today. And in the history of this earth, this awakened one shows up. And I'm not just talking about, oh, you've had a couple awakenings and you kind of glimpse God. No. Fully realized person. The Yogananda, the Ramana Maharshi, the Jesus, the Buddha. These guys that come in with these profound teachings that literally shape and transform the course of our lives, that entire religions and ideologies are based on. That the mind comes in after and tries to analyze all this different shit all the time, and it's trying to grasp at the ungraspable, and it has no idea that it's doing it. And then you have these academic scholars, academic Bible scholars that are trying to literally, oh, well, Jesus meant this by this, and Jesus meant this, and they have no fucking clue. They have an idea about, a really good idea actually, and that's why I like reading their stuff, about the historical Jesus. They have a good idea of that. They've eliminated a lot of the different possibilities and potentialities of what Jesus' life may or may not have looked like, but they don't understand the core truths of the things that he's speaking, that they're pointing to. Nobody really does, guys, because you haven't realized it for yourself. How could you know? And so when you're reading it, some parts of it are resonating with you, but some of it's just, whoa, I have no idea. It's just so far out there. It's just so fucking far out there, some of the shit he's saying. You just can't get yourself in a place to buy into what he's saying. How could you? Love your enemy as yourself. Do unto others. Really, if you live that way, it is a very extreme way of living. To be fully considerate, to be fully compassionate, to be fully forgiving. All the time. You do not rest from it. It is the lens, it is actually the no lens, the awareness that you see your entire life and everything around you through. How much more can I say it? How many different types of ways can I say it for you guys to get it? I am in the Father and the Father is in me. Literally, I am it in front of you. That's what he's saying. The kingdom of heaven is literally here in front of you. You guys have no fucking clue. And there's a couple different ways you can interpret this kingdom of heaven, guys. He's pointing to his eschatological, apocalyptic coming of the Son of Man and the judgment day. He's pointing to that because part of him believes that, and all of the people around him believe in that. He's like, hey guys, it's time. I'm going to choose right now because that's really all there is. And I'm here and I've realized these truths. And hey, let's all wake up together. Let's go. And then Jesus, as he kept teaching, as he kept going, becoming more and more frustrated with the people around him, realized, no, it's not coming. They're never going to wake up this way. It's going to have to happen on God's own timing, this new earth, this peace, this eternal peace that everybody rests in, where the devil is a very rare occurrence. He's trying to show you guys a place that lives and exists outside of your everyday bullshit that you're so bought into. The good news that you can wake up to yourself. So that's the one side, is the kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's coming, this thing in the future that when you die, you go, and I've set these places for you, my 12 disciples, and you will come into me and I will bring you to this place and all this stuff. It's all very fantastical ideologies that he's projecting. But the core thing that he's trying to get at with the kingdom of heaven is at hand is, it is a state of being, it is an energy that is with you now because I'm here with you now. And how they marveled at his words and how forceful and unapologetic and authoritative he was with how he spoke and how he carried himself. And the deeds that he did, ever giving, ever doing, ever helping. I am in the Father and the Father is in me. I have reached union. I am merged with it. God is literally in front of you. And the thing is, it's not just through Jesus that God is in front of you. You guys are God yourselves. And he says this in John. When they're trying to catch him and corner him with his words to point out his blasphemy, he's like, does the law not say that you are gods? He's using their own law and their own prophecies against them. That they don't understand the very teachings that their entire religion up until then is founded on, because they can't see past the words to the core truth of what they're pointing to. And so you build on all these layers and laws and mini rules, and you can't do this and you can't do that, and you can't do this on the Sabbath and you can't do this, and you can't, and it's back and forth, all these bullshit little mini laws that they're doing. And Jesus is like, fuck all that shit, man. Do away with the vast majority of it and just stick to a few things. Don't do what you hate. Do not lie. Do unto others as you'll have them do unto you. But most importantly, love God with all your heart and all your mind and all your spirit. Because if you do that one thing, then everything else takes care of itself. Because when you love God that much, you can't help but eventually expand into it and merge with it, that you see the oneness of everything, and that everything is just a reflection of you, that everything is a mirror of you, and you in it. Inseparable, always. That's what he means by I am in the Father and the Father's in me. I'm so merged with it, I'm inseparable from it. I can't not exist this way, guys. Have no fear. I got you. And no one can come to the Father but me, and no one can do but me, and only through me, and I am the good shepherd, and my yoke, is like this, and oh, it's a very nice yoke, I got your, you know what I mean? He's trying to illustrate it so many different ways for you guys to get, come follow my teachings. It's very nice here. And if I say it and if I speak it in this aligned state that I am, it is the fucking truth of God come before you. And that same energy transfer, that same word, the word of God, and the word became flesh, and before was the word, and the word was, all this shit is like the channeled Holy Spirit energy that flows out of you when you are aligned like this, and it's fiery. And it fucks shit up, like I say. Why? Because it pushes boundaries. It literally destroys illusory mental boundaries. It crashes against them, waves crashing on the fucking, against the rocks, man. Crashing, 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 and erosion, and erosion. And you hear it a certain way, you hear it a different way, it comes in, it comes out, you hear it certain ways, and it's just destroying the very foundation, the very buildup of what your mind is. And then you're like, oh, no more mind? Oh my God, it makes sense. You get a glimpse, you get a taste, oh, and then you chase after it, and then you cover it up with more mind, trying to analyze mind in terms of mind, and you don't get it. It's okay. It's okay. You'll get it one day. I promise you that. One day. And maybe not even in this life. But one day you'll get it. And it'll make sense. And you'll have that peace. And you'll be inseparable from yourself. Jesus is saying, I am inseparable from my truest self, which is the God energy in me. It is greater than me. I can't possibly know it. But I know that I'm merged with it. I know that I am one with it. I know that I am in union with it. I know that I am aligned with it. How many different words can we use to associate with this state of being? Nirvana, moksha, whatever. And that's what we're all craving at our deepest level. That's what we're all out here chasing after. Literally every single fucking person out there is chasing after this aspect of themselves that they already have. That is their truest core nature, animating them and reflecting back to them through all of this other stuff that's animated outside of them. The tree, that photosynthesis, and the sun, and the wind, and the bird that flies, and all these different things that are animated by God just like you. You are that energy. The kingdom of heaven is fucking at hand. All the time. The coming of the Son of Man. There's a huge debate in the academic Bible world about what the Son of Man means. Is he talking about himself? Is he referring to himself? Is he referring to some other person that's coming? Does he mean by the saying the Son of Man that he means he's the Son of God? Because they ask him this in John and maybe even in the other, like, are you the Son of God? Are you the Christ? Just tell us plainly, man. Are you it? And he's like, I don't gotta tell you shit. Has the works and the deeds and the message up until now not proved that I'm it? What more do you fucking want? And they're like, blasphemy. We will stone you, you motherfucker. How dare you come in and contradict our teachings? And he's like, fuck your teachings, man. What you think? You're hypocrites. You talk about this law and these prophets so much, and yet you don't do and adopt the very things that they talk about in your lives. At least I'm walking the walk. At least I'm living my life in the truest sense of living my life. I'm living. You're all dead. Your corrupted hearts. You're dead inside. Zombies to the world. Zombies to yourself. And how powerful this message that he spread, that it just conquered the fucking world. That the world has bent the knee to Jesus whether they like it or not. That he has literally infiltrated their consciousness and they're unawares how deep it goes. Down the rabbit hole everyone goes into the apocalyptic timeline. The prophecy that's coming whether you like it or not. That you're participating in just by the fact that you know what Jesus was and what his message stood for. And that this apocalyptic message is in all of the different religions in one way or another. Buddhism, Hinduism, Islam, Zoroastrianism, Judaism, all of these religions have it at some level. And it is the ever coming, the ever awakening spirit for everyone. It's coming for you. And our next destiny is to realize this in this lifetime, guys, maybe, or in the next couple. The transition into the new earth, where we reclaim the Garden of Eden, where we reclaim the truest, most powerful spark that we are. And we all merge into the I am God and God is in me. I am in the Father and the Father is in me. Literally, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Okay? Our Father who is in heaven. So in Jesus' mind, just by using these words, our Father who is in heaven, he's putting God outside of himself. And that's where we get into trouble. So, the Father who's in heaven, and then now he says, I am in the Father and the Father's in me. Well, how can the Father be in you if the Father's in heaven? Don't you see? And then the kingdom of heaven is at hand. So basically, our Father who is in heaven, and then the kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's here. Don't you see how he's trying to point to all of these things in different ways? Hallowed be thy name. Why am I even revering God's name? Because you want to have the utmost respect, the utmost fear for this most powerful entity that could just fucking pulverize you at any moment. You're so insignificant, you're a little ant. You're a pebble. You're an atom in the vast sea of the godness that you are, while at the same time holding that all-powerful spark. It's embedded in you. And so there is that paradox, that dichotomy, that contradiction. I am all-powerful while also being literally nothing. And there are obviously limits to these things. But at what point do you actually, like I say in most of my videos, stop and do the work to get in touch with what Jesus is really pointing to, what all of my videos are really pointing to? You. And he's like, pray incessantly. Your state of being is prayer. Pray that you don't fall into temptation. And that he would go off and pray for hours. He'd just disappear. It all got too much for him sometimes, all of this shit. And he would go off on his own, and he would pray. And through that prayer, he would reach his stillness. And through that prayer, he would give thanks. And through that prayer, he would speak to God, and God would speak to him. And if you're curious about what that looks like, I did a video on God talking to you, so you can watch that and what that looks like. And that the signs are all around you, literally. Jesus is always walking and reading the signs of everything, the life itself around him, how the people come in, what they say, what they do, the people that are possessed, the people that he needs to heal, the people that are coming at him and asking questions, the people that are coming at him and calling him a blasphemer. All of these things are just little pointers that he is using and influencing and back and forth, ebbing and flowing with this energy of God that he is merged with, and how it's reflecting out to him. And he's pushing boundaries all the time. And a lot of people have a very deep rooted insecurity and fear over what he's doing, and they don't like it. I don't like you calling me out on my bullshit. They didn't like John the Baptist calling them all snakes and vipers and broods of vipers and hypocrites. They didn't like that shit. How dare you? You're nothing. John's like a literal nothing loser in the wilderness crying out. Jesus is a literal nobody bum-ass motherfucker. Who the fuck could you be coming from Nazareth, man? What good can come from Nazareth? You're a fucking tecton. You're a worker bee. You're basically like, in American culture, you're basically like a Mexican that goes to Home Depot and gets work as a day laborer. That's what Jesus was. He was a nothing. He would go and do his work. Physical labor, hard labor. How can you know anything? You're not a religious scribe. You're not a freaking Pharisee or a Sadducee. What frame of reference do you have to come and tell us how to live our lives? And they couldn't possibly fathom that he had touched, he had glimpsed, he had become the God beacon himself. And that's where you can be too. See, through this religion, through this Christianity, and even other religions, you can't possibly be the thing that you've put up on the pedestal. What these guys are all trying to point you to is that you have that within you as well. And the biggest fear that this religion and church and temple and whatever construct has is that you realize your God nature, because then you don't need the church anymore. Then you don't need to go to church and pray to God as some destination where only God is to hear your prayers and bullshit. You literally are God walking around. And everything that you speak and do is prayer and meditation on some level. And it flows out of you perfectly, and there's no insecurity, and there's nothing to hide, and there's nothing to ever be afraid of, because you're always protected, because you're a badass. You are such a fucking badass, and you have no clue how much of a badass you are. You just think that you're like nothing. Everyone out here feeling powerless and miserable and lonely, that they can't affect their reality, that they just have, oh, I'm only just one person. What can I really do? You have the power to change everything itself. You are, just by your existence, changing everything itself, whether you realize it or not. Every breath that you take, every thought that you have, everything that you eat, everything that you shit out, every single aspect of your existence is impacting something on some level. And when you realize how fucking hardcore that is, then you take it to the next extreme, the next realization, which is, holy shit, I have control over my life. And holy shit, I'm literally a part of God that has the power to influence life itself. Oh my God, how miraculous is that? And Jesus wants you to join him there. And I want you to join me here, guys. It's a wonderful place to exist from. It changes everything. It cannot help but transform your life. Stuff will fall away and new stuff will come in, as always, but this time you see what's meant for you. Nothing hides. There's nothing that's hidden in this state of being, guys. It's all very clearly revealed to you. And even if it doesn't come in right now, it can't all come in right now, guys. It would overload us. You can't know everything. It's revealed to you in stages through time. And as it comes in, it's perfect all the time, and you're always aligned with it in its perfection. But you can't see the perfection and the beauty of everything if everything you see, the entire lens of your life, is mired in shit and suffering and damnation and hell for you. And all it is just your own insecurity and fear that's masking everything. Uncover yourselves. Realize the I am in the Father and the Father is in me. It wants you to realize itself. It's asking for it. You're asking for it. You're watching my videos because on some level, it's asking to be known for you.